Hello and welcome. My name is Yanar, I'm a yoga therapist, and we are back for another session of chair yoga for all abilities. So, movement disorders, if you're more comfortable moving from a chair, whether you might be suffering from living with rheumatism, arthritis, a heart condition, everybody is welcome. And even if you're a wheelchair user, there'll be poses that you can adapt as well. So if you've joined a session before, welcome again. Thanks for coming back. And if you're new, then enjoy the session. I hope you get something out of it. I'll be guiding you through an awareness of your physical posture, breath awareness as well, and perhaps where your mind wanders. So we've got those three focuses in mind as we move. And that allows you to just expand your awareness through your yoga practice. As always, drop me any comments or cues in the comments box, and we'll get back to you with answers and details. So for now, be ready to start the practice, and always starting with settling and making yourself comfortable in your chair, ready for the session. So I like to just wriggle around a little bit, find my comfortable spot. You can bring your feet in contact with the floor or have a cushion underneath your feet if you're not quite reaching the floor. Make sure your chair is sturdy, and connect to the back of your body now. Connect to the back of your body in contact with the chair. Notice where your hands are resting. And then start to take a few deep breaths in as you connect to your upper body and torso. Maybe roll the shoulders back and down a little. All these small adjustments so that you can come out of your busy day and morning so far, wherever you've been, whatever time of day it is for you. And to just take a moment to slow down, check in with your body, check in with your breath, and then just notice your mind as well. Notice the mood of your mind, where it's wandering, what thoughts are coming in and out, and just let them float in and float out as you just maybe park any worries or thoughts just for the session, and you can come back to them later. So, bringing yourself to an awareness down to the hands and the arms. We're going to start with the arms outstretched for flexion and extension in the spine. So a cat-cow, you're going to open the arms out wide, stretching the chest, shoulder blades coming together, and then close the arms, wrap them around your body. With the breath, breathe in, perhaps extending a little bit further. And breathe out, maybe rolling, curling forwards a little. Feeling the breath now, breathing in as maybe you look up as well. And breathe out, wrapping and curling forwards. Taking a full deep breath in as you stretch open. And breathe out, feeling the curve in the spine. And as you come back up to a natural position, you're going to bring the arms out stretched in front, palms facing up. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, bend the elbows, fingertips to the shoulders. Take a breath as you open the arms, and exhale as you close. Small movement here, but it really helps to keep the elbow joint healthy. Challenging the arms if you're holding them up, or bring them down, just lower the angle if having them up is too intense. We've got two more here. Last breath in and out. and let go. And then bring the arms back up, open the elbows out wide. I'm going to go into a rotation here. Feel the torso upright and straight. Make any adjustments you can to lift that spine, extend, and then take a breath. And as you breathe out, turn to the side. Breathing in, back to center, and out to the other side. Now, I invite you to move at a pace and a twist that works for you. I'm moving gently so that I could feel the movement, feel all parts of the twist through the spine and the waist, and being aware of your breath at the same time. One more on each side, breathing out as you twist, breathing in back to center. And then gently release that. And we're going fingers back onto shoulders, so be ready for that again. And another posture here for improving the posture. So you can, again, connect to your torso, upright and straight. Make any adjustments you can. Take a breath and breathe out as the elbows come in towards each other. It's okay if they don't touch. Breathing in, opening wide, and breathing out. Breathing in as you stretch the chest. This is great if you're suffering from a slightly stooped posture, if you're noticing your shoulders rolling forwards a lot and your back curling. So you can support your posture here by opening and stretching a little. Last two. Breathing in and out. Last one. And out. Coming back to center and releasing the arm positions, and then bringing the arms back up. So lots of movement here, and we're going to side bend. This is a Trikonasana, adapted for the chair. Take a breath, and you're going to side bend down, bringing the fingertips down towards the floor. Optional to look up at your hand if you like. Breathing in back to center and breathing out to the other side. Looking up if that's comfortable, or just adjust your head and gaze to where it is comfortable for you. Back to center. Two more on each side. Feeling the bend in the side of your body. Moving gently as well, taking care. Last one on each side. And breathing out as you bend. And gently returning to the middle and release. Quick breath in and out. And the arms are going back up. So be ready again. Arms out to shoulder height. And you're going to twist the torso and bring the arm that's in front in between the knees, in between your legs. And here you can bring the other arm up, raising it, looking at it, if that's comfortable. Otherwise, just adjust your gaze. Perhaps it's more comfortable to look down. Coming back up to center. Returning to the side and repeating to the other side. Bringing the arm down in between the legs and raising the arm behind you to look up. This is a slightly more challenging pose, so do adapt it by adjusting the angle of your arms. Breathing in here. Breathing out as you twist and lower. You can keep the arm at shoulder height if that's easier. So find the angle that's right for you. There's always an adjustment that you can make. Last one. Coming back to center and releasing. And now take a moment to let go of all of that effort. Find your breath and feel all the sensations in the body that you might be feeling. All the effort that you put into those poses. And be ready for the next one. You're going to open the knees, adjust your buttocks if you need to, so that you can be quite balanced. Feel the torso upright and straight if you can. And the hands are just resting easy on the knees. From here, we're going to go into hip circles. So very gently moving your torso around the hip joints. And you can just start small. Doesn't have to be a big movement. But what's important is an awareness of your body, the awareness of the sensations in your body. And that's really what yoga is, an awareness, an expanding of awareness, whether that's into your body, your breath, your emotions, your mind. Back to center. I'm going to go the other way. So when you're ready, coordinate the opposite direction. So releasing tension from the hip joints, where we hold a lot of tension and stress actually, especially in the hips and pelvis. So these small movements can just keep the area mobile and smooth. A couple more times. Moving gently, noticing how it feels, noticing where there might be tight spots. And back to center. And then tune into the body, notice how that feels. And then you're going to close the knees. And we're going to move down, awareness down the body to choose a leg. I'm going to my right leg. I'm going to raise the leg up and lower it down. Again, this is a small movement, but it's focusing on the knee joint, all the ligaments around the knees, and all the muscles that connect to the joint. And here on that last one, you're going to hold if you can and squeeze the kneecaps, squeeze the area around all the muscles in the quad. And release. Going to repeat that on the other leg. When you're ready, breathing in, raising the leg. Breathing out, lowering. Breathing in and out. Last one, breathing in and out. And this time you're going to hold again. So raising the leg just to as far as it's comfortable for you. Squeezing as much as you can, tightening the muscles. Lots of blood flow is going to be going to the area. And release. Good. We're staying with the legs. So when you're ready, you're going to raise the leg again. This time you're going to bring the toes towards you and you'll lower the toes towards the floor. So you're bending at the ankles. So just be comfortable with the movement first, and then add the breath. So breathing in as you flex towards you, breathing out as you bend towards the floor. Sometimes it's easier to work one foot at a time, especially if you're living with a movement disorder. Sometimes it's just easier to focus as well on one foot at a time. Last two. And release when you're ready and down. So we'll repeat that. Raising the leg just to where it's comfortable. You can just keep it on the floor as well. So bringing the toes towards you and bending, pointing, ballerina style towards the floor. And coordinating your breath as well. So here you can watch the foot, or you can close the eyes or soften them and just visualize the movement. And that really strengthens the mind-body connection. 2 more. And release there. Good. Now, extra challenge. I'm going to raise both feet up and bring both toes in towards you and both toes pointing away. We're just going to do 4 more here. Holding the legs up if you can, or please do keep them down. Last one. And release. Excellent. Hope that feels good. Notice all the feelings, sensations, and be ready for a knee lift. So again, take your attention to one leg. And you're going to interlock your fingers around the knee or just hold the knee. So whatever feels easier and more comfortable. I'm going to interlock the fingers. So I'm going to breathe in, take a breath, and breathe out, lift the knee towards you. Breathing in, letting go. Breathing out, knee comes towards you, maybe curl forwards a little bit. So we're just moving the knee up towards the chest if that's possible, and then lowering it. And the last one, bringing it up and holding if you can. Easy breath, might be challenging here on the core, and release. So always just do what you can. Move with the capacity and the limits of your body. So to the other side. Interlocking the fingers around the knee. Adjusting the base of your body so that you're balanced. Feel the torso upright and straight. Take a breath. And breathe out, knee to chest. Breathing in, releasing. Breathing out, flexing forwards. Take a breath here and out. Last one, breathing in and out as you curl knee to chest and hold if you can. Don't worry if you can't, let go of the pose if that's better for you, and release. Good. Okay, you might feel a bit of a back stretch there as well. And we did have a question last week about sciatica, so I would avoid those flexions if you've got a disc injury. So yeah, just be careful with those flexion movements, bending forwards, but always listen to your body. Okay, so bring the knees wide open again. And one more on the hips. So interlocking the fingers. We've done this in previous weeks before, so hopefully if you've been joining, you're getting the hang of this one. You're going to lean forwards, churning the mill. It's called Old Classical Yoga Pose. And you're going around, stirring a big pot. So going around from one knee back towards your chair and around to the other knee. And you're creating a rotation around the hips. One more. And you're back to center. Pausing here and then going the other way. So coordinating the opposite direction. Bit of coordination needed. Notice where it's working around you're working around your hips. Notice all the physical sensations, all the stretches. Last one. Back to center and let go of that effort. Feel any tingling, pulsing sensations. Might be in the hips, might be in the arms. And then we've got a hold coming up. So adapting Sphinx, a spinal extension that's usually done on the floor. It's easily adapted for the chair. So bring the knees together and bring the hands just behind your back into the lower back, the space in the base of your back. And you can just start to lengthen through the spine by lifting your chin, lifting your chest proud. Here you might like to look up, or you might want to close your eyes. Your focus is in the stretch in the chest and the shoulder blades coming together. And don't worry about how long you can or can't hold this pose for, but just find your breath and then release if you need to break. With the breath again, breathing in as you stretch open and look up. Breathe out as you let go and soften. We'll do 2 more. Breathing in, lifting the chest, and breathe out, letting go, relaxing. Last one. Raising, extending the spine, raising the chest, looking up, lifting your chin, and letting go, and then slowly unravel the arms. And we'll close with a couple more postures, one for the neck and some hand releases, some tension release for the hands as well. So these are essential joints for everyday movement. So we're going to bring the hands back behind the body and then just gently lift the chin and then lower the chin towards the chest. You can do this pose without the hand move posture. You can release the hands and it's a little bit more gentle then if you release the hands and rest them on the lap and do the neck movements there, or you can have the hands behind your back for a slightly more intense stretch. Back to center. You're going to go left to right, just releasing tension from the sides of the neck. And don't worry about how far you can move your neck. Every day might be different. Just notice what you're able to do today. And the last one, you're going ear to shoulder, small movement. Again, small movements can be very effective in keeping joints mobile and healthy. And back to center. And then you're just going to do a little rock from side to side, like a half moon or a smile. Good. And last one before we go back to center. Take a few deep breaths in and out. Just going to come to the hands very quickly because we can't miss the hands. If we're using our hands a lot in the day, especially if you're using a device, then squeezing and clenching and stretching the fingers out wide can be really helpful in keeping the fingers mobile and healthy as well. An easily forgotten part of the body. And from here, we're going to go into wrist bending. So imagine you're pushing a wall away in front of you, the fingers pointing up, creating a bit of tension as well. Take a breath here and then breathe out, lowering the fingers down towards the floor. Breathing in as the fingers come up, breathing out as you lower. Feel free to close the eyes. Don't worry about the screen and just feel the movement. Experience the movement from the inside of your body. And last two, breathing in, fingers come up. Breathing out, lowering. Breathing in, moving with the breath, and out. And letting go there. Take a breath. And just now get ready for a few minutes of breath work and relaxation. Just to come back into a focus. So adjust your position. Find a comfortable posture with your feet and legs balanced. Hands resting on the lap. You can have the palms up or facing down. And just tune into the whole of the back of the body, all the points of contact that are in contact with the chair. Feel the weight and the shape of your body, the legs, arms, hands, torso, chest. Feel the space in between your shoulders and ears. And feel the space around your head. And maybe visualize, if your eyes are closed, visualize your whole body and the position that you're in. Feel the weight of your body. Feel all the sensations in your body. Even if there are aches and pains or areas of discomfort, acknowledge those too. I know that might be hard, but experiencing all the sensations, perhaps from a place of neutrality. And then find your breath. And just notice that your body's been breathing this whole time. Feel the rise and the fall of the abdomen and chest as you breathe in and out. You're just feeling that natural rhythm and natural flow of breath without changing it. And you might want to lengthen it if that's easier to connect to. If you want to lengthen it and slightly deepen each inhalation and exhalation. And then you can almost, if you like, to say, I am breathing in, I am breathing out. I am breathing in, I am breathing out. And then just feeling also the start of each breath and the changeover, the turn between each inhalation and exhalation. And then again, the start of the next breath. And that soft moment between each inhalation and exhalation. So feeling the full length of each in-breath and out-breath. And you can continue doing that for as many rounds as you like. It can be a soothing practice, just focusing on the breath. And if you want to let go of that awareness of breath now to close, or feel free to continue. And just coming back into your body to notice how the body feels, and also how your mind feels, and your natural movement of breath. Just easy breath, no effort. And when you're ready, we will close. Thank you so much for joining. I hope you can take something away from that. And as always, pop any comments or hellos and we'll get back to you. Thank you. and see you next time.